Welcome to a rather blustery Wales. It's beautiful though, look at these skies. And that mountain there at the back of me, that's where we're going. That is Moel Siabod. That's where we're going camping tonight. And we're parked down in, Scott's just telling me how to pronounce it and I forgot. Mexico Head, just back down here. We're walking up this track. Oh, like I say, I'm out with Scott on this one. When I come to Wales, I like to come out with Scott. He knows a lot of area around here, so it's good to tap into Scott's knowledge for camping and hiking and what to do when we come to Wales. So yeah, we're going up Moel Siabod, and if I can remember what he's just told me, there's a grade 1 scramble halfway up or so far up. And it's called the, what would it call, Scott? The VR Ridge?
The Daear Ddu Ridge.
The Daear Ddu what?
Daear Ddu Ridge.
Daear Ddu Ridge. Did you get that? Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're going. It's quite blustery like I said at the start there, but the forecast is for it to die off. There was forecast for like up to 35-mile-an-hour gusts up on top of there. But from sort of 3-4 o'clock, to drop right off down to low 20s, so it should be all right. So I like I say, we've just come down from it village down here, or town, wherever it is, Mexico Head, coming up this track, and we're going to be straight into it, climb it, look on it, so we'll get cracking. Yeah, so we've just arrived at where the mining bit is. I'll tell you what, it reminds me of this, a bit like the mines at Coniston Old Man. All terrain's very slaty and that. And if you see, let's have a little wander into here. So not slip onto, obviously got some kind of house or something at some point. Oh, there's some more down here. In fact, you can see a chimney stack there. Let's just have a little look. A little bit of a terrace area here or whatever it is. And then, like I say, you can see just down here there's like another dwelling there, and you can actually see remains at chimney stack just on the edge there. So yeah, so now, by look of it, this is where we start climbing. Obviously, like I say, this is the first time I've been here. This is my first time up Moel Siabod, but there's a bit of a scramble up there somewhere, up onto the top. And like I say, this is where I like to sort of tap into Scott's knowledge with this. He's really up on these areas now. He's been up here several times, so he knows what crack is. So I'm in safe hands, if that's what you want to call it. Let's get going. Oh, look at this little spot here. This little, I'm going to say town, but the Clean, is it? Cleans up here, aren't they, or whatever they are.
Man-made, wasn't it?
Yeah. Scott's just been saying it's like it's probably man-made, this one. So he's just been saying there's a right little shelf just over there. I don't know if you can see that shelf just over there. You can climb down there onto that. A right little pitch, that short walking, cracking little spot. Go for a swim in there, it's summer and all, and it's warm. Beauty. Now there's a really nice, good, clean water source flowing straight out at hill here, or out outside at mountain, should I say. Scott says there's a water source near up top, but it's a bit stagnant and that, a bit mucky, so this is nice and fresh here. So while it's still flowing well, we're going to get bags off, and we're going to get filter some water here. It's carrying 2 kilograms in weight, but it's one of them in it. It's needs must. So yeah, filter some water, get a good drink, and we'll carry on. Right then, as we've come round sort of corner, this bit of breeze has got it quite calm back down there on the hillside, but as we've come round corner, I think it's sort of a south-southwesterly wind. So yeah, it's got up a little bit, so This is the, Scott's just telling me what this is, the clean something, I can't remember. I'm no good with Welsh. But that is the ridge we're going up. We've just been debating whether we're going to go down to the bottom end and do the full ridge, or Scott's just been saying you can sort of go, make your way across here and go halfway up, and if you can make that bit of a grassy bit, downhill bit there, and then carry on rest at ridge. It's about 2 o'clock now, sunset's about 4:30, so we're just trying to, Scott reckons it'll take us about an hour to do full ridge, so we've got plenty of time to do it, like, so we just got to make a decision of whether we're doing the full ridge or half of it. We'll sort of see when we get down here. Right, we've got a good view. We've just come up the first little bit just here, no too serious, that just a few bit boulder stuff like this, just to clamber over. But this is where the ridge starts proper. There's a group in front of us. We're just trying to make out whether it's mountain rescue or like a guided group. They've all got helmets on and everything. But there's a group further up that just look as though they aren't sort of moved for 10 or 15 minutes there. But we're just taking it a little bit steady, just slowing down a little bit so we're not catching them up and not trying to get past them. But yeah, it's I don't know whether they can make it out, but just that top bit just there, that looks absolutely epic. That epic. Right then, we've just come up a few bits here, like I said, back down there. Not too technical just yet, just a little bit of hands on stuff. We're just having to be a little bit careful because this rock is really slippy. I don't know if you can see this, it's really wet and slippery. So this bit here is the first bit where it's going to be a little bit more technical. There's plenty of handholds, plenty of footholds, plenty to grab it, and I'll say it again, I know I keep banging on about 3 points of contact, but it's so important, and we've been wet and slippy as well. So I'm going to let Scott go up there first and I'll follow him up. So we just keep making his way up, section at a time. Just done that bit, whatever, just saying about that bit down there, that were a nice little bit of proper hands-on climbing, bit of a little grade 1 scramble, that. Couple of other bits here, but not same as that. And then we're going, this is where we're going next. Are we going up that squat or around it?
Up here and then up
We're going up round that, round back in it. We'll see what this is like when we get up here. We've got cracking views from down here now, or up here should I say, looking down. Look at that. Right, let's keep going.
That's some good.
Probably on that side.
Just here would be really good, or where you are is fine.
Right, so we're continuing up. We just come past that group. I think it's like a mountain leader group doing a bit of confidence roping and learning how to rope up with some newbies, I think. Something like that. But they kindly stood aside and let us pass. Yeah, covering ground a lot quicker than what they are. Learning how to rope up on boulders and stuff like that. That type of thing, so we'll keep going. Best bits to come, mate, bit look on it. So sort of from here, if you look at that there, that sort of buttress, that's a good view of what we've just come up. And I've just been saying to Scott, this ridge, it's not as bad as what it thinks, as what you think it is. It's one of them that looks worse than what it is. So say, you look at that and think, wow, it's, you know, really sheer drops and everything, but you sort of, you're not quite on edge, so you haven't got that exposure. Scott's been saying resting it's pretty much like that. If you stick to it right on side of it, you've got that exposure, so you've got that feeling of being on a ridge. But if you stay to one side and it's pretty straightforward really. Like I say, another 2 or 3 bits of hands-on climbing, scrambling, but not too serious. Beautiful views from here now though, it's all opening up now. Should be on for a nice sunset, fingers crossed. Right, we're just having a little breather here before we met this last climb. Again, it's not too serious. It's serious enough to keep you on your toes, because like I was saying earlier, this rock, having this wet on it, it is very, very slippery, so you've really got to be careful. But yeah, views are opening up now. That cloud base seems to be lifting. That's looking back down at the route we came in, round what's that one called in bottom? Clin of Oil, round here. Quite boggy coming across the bottom of that, to the bottom of that ridge, and then if you can see ridge that we've come up. It's like if something you can remember back to when me and Scott did a gribbing back last winter in snow and that's more of a bit of a knife edge ridge. We sort of path off on side, but we climbed up ridge. But this has got, it's quite flat on one side this. You can, like what we're doing, we're sort of trying to stay to the face of it to get that feeling of a bit of exposure. Just keeps your heart pumping and, you know, a little bit of excitement. But if you want to stay away from it, you know, you don't even see edge of the area. There's a well-defined path all the way up. So yeah, but yeah, there is a bit of a path up here, like I say, we're enjoying doing the bits of climbing and that. All adds to fun and adventure. That's a great film and all, isn't it? Right, onwards and upwards. Right then, that is it. Can't see it from here now, but we've just topped out at ridge. Topped out at the top of the ridge, should I say. Well, that's been good fun, that. And we're literally about a minute from Trig, just here. That other group's just there in front of us. Trig is just literally there. We're going to tap out at this 872 metres, this one, and then we're going to try and find a nice little sheltered spot, get these tents pitched. Well, we haven't been up to Trig just yet, because as we come over the top here, came over the brow, look at this. Look at that. The crepuscular rays here coming through clouds of light beams, sunbeams here. It's quite breezy on this side. We've got like 20-25 mile an hour gusting winds here. It's not bad, but it's enough to be knock you about a little bit. But look at that. I said it last week, didn't I? Say it again. You don't get to see stuff like that sat on your arse. That is stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go and tap hard at this Trig now. Back up there. Right, well, we've come down off the top there. When I went to Trig, I forgot to fill. By the way, so that's why I haven't seen Trig. But we've sort of come down off the top here trying to find some spots. So we've come across these nice flat spots. Scott's camped here before, but we've got this view here. This is why it comes down to this spot. So you've got, you can see straight through to Trevan there. Then you've got Glidders just over there. I forget what this bit is in middle here. And then you've got Nibcock, Snowdon. Great views. Because of this bank of cloud and then it's clear below it, we should be on for an absolutely cracking sunset. Hopefully, anyway, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm gonna ditch packs here, get a peg out, stick a few pegs in and see what it's like underground, see if we can get pegs in. Like I say, it's a little bit gusty, maybe gusting up to about 20-25 mile an hour. But as I was saying earlier, this forecast, the wind was supposed to die off a little bit later on, from sort of 4 or 5 o'clock. So we'll see. I think it's 3:08 now, so over the next hour or 2 hours we should see it dying off a little bit, hopefully. Right, let's get this pack off. Right, all pitched I'm just there. I'm in the Chinook again, the Chinook 1p again. Scott's pitched just there in his Namadge. And this wind, I've just been, when we were pitching up, it was quite busy. We were saying we got like maybe 20-25 mile an hour gust whipping through. But as that forecaster was when it was supposed to like sort of drop off around 4 or 5 o'clock, it is starting to calm down a bit. It has dropped right off. We've only got sort of maybe 12-15 mile an hour now, maybe not even that. So yeah, we got pitched up, got changed, got into warm gear. Sort of just been saying to Scott, we've just been on about, I've got full winter kit with me. Only other thing that I'd probably swap out is my thick down jacket to my Neutrino Pro. I've got my down bottoms on, if you can see. I've got my booters in there. I've got my Mythic 600 bag. Full winter setup, barring sort of ice axe, crampons and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it is. Although the ambient temperature's not cold, I think we're only supposed to get down to sort of maybe 2 degrees. With that bit of wind that's coming through, it's biting at fingers. So once I finish talking to you, I've got my kettle set up and everything. I've got that boiling some water now. And I get my gloves on and get a brew in a bit. But yeah, that sunset sort of died a bit of a death. And all that colour over there earlier on. So when we're pitching up, those absolutely fantastic lighting pattern out here, coming straight through. Absolutely beautiful that. But it's a cracking view nonetheless. So yeah, my fingers are absolutely killing now holding this tripod, so that's it. I'm going to dive in there, get me. I'll fetch you back a little bit later on, because that wind is biting at my fingers. Catch you in a bit. Right then, welcome back, and it's a little bit later on than I was going to fetch you back, because it is now 8:45. Can't remember what time I last spotted you. What it about 4 o'clock or something, just as we got tents pitched. Yeah, we dived in here, and because it was that blustery and windy, we just got in as tents. We got all this kit out and everything, got in tents, got a brew on and that, and we've just been ligging in tent for a few hours. Listening to a bit of music, catching up on phone, this and that other. But as you can hear now, as forecasted, this wind has dropped right off. It dropped off a little bit, so like a sort of hour after we settled down, but then it got back up again. We're, you know, hitting maybe 20 gusts, but it's just dropped right off now, which we're quite pleased with. And we've just had half an hour faffing about with cameras. We've got us cameras out. A little bit of clear skies had started coming about, opening up sort of thing, but there's like a bit of an hazy cloud hanging about, so stars are, you can see stars, but they're quite hazy. So we've had a little bit of a play with cameras on that, but we've got a few moody shots with clouds, silhouettes at mountains and that, but no real star shots to call out. So yeah, I've just sat back in tent for 5, spark kettle up, got a hot chocolate on go. I'm gonna get a few cake bars and a bit of sardine and that. And because it's this wind's dropped off, that wind chill's gone. I was saying earlier on, I got out to take a leak, like my fingertips were absolutely frozen. But now that wind's dropped off, it's quite mild actually. It's quite pleasant to be stood outside. So yeah, I'm gonna make this hot chocolate and stand outside for a bit, take the night in, a lovely night. So what I'll probably do is fetch you back a little bit later on before I'm ready to hit the hay. So until then, I'll catch you in a bit. Right then, can you see me with this light on? It is 10:01, so I've had my brew or a cup of hot chocolate and a few cake bars. I have a bit of a cal outside. It's really nice out there, as I was saying earlier on. And as you can tell, next to no wind, we're gentle breezy fall. That wind's dropped right off. But I got in here now. Got me down geared off and everything. I've climbed it back. Gonna have a little bit of a catch up on phone, on social media, and then I'm gonna hit the pilot. So I shall catch you in the morning. I'll bid you good night. Right, well, good morning. It is just gone 6:30. Been up about 10 or 15 minutes. Just got my jacket and my down pants back on and nipped outside to take a leak. Still dark at minute, but we've had a a really peaceful night there, as you can see. Tent's barely moving. That forecast were right, that wind's dropped right off, it's next to out. Maybe a very slight breezy fault, but yeah, well, I want to get a stick of brew on now and get a bit of breakfast and see if we get any sunrise. I don't think it's looking too favourable at the minute. Like I say, it's still dark, but it does look overcast. Skies are, can't see any light in the sky out like that, so I don't think we're going to get much on. But yeah, as always, I've had about 8 hours kip there, good solid kip again. Very enjoyable night, that one, nice and calm. So yeah, I'm going to stick this kettle on, get a brew, and I'll fetch you back a little bit later on when we've got a bit of light in the sky. Right then, well, we're not hanging about this morning. It's just gone 7:30 now, and we should have had sort of some kind of sunrise by now. As you can see, we've just got clag, well, not clag, but it's just overcast. There's some nice cloud looking over towards Tryfan and that. Some nice low lying cloud on tops over there, but there's no to hang about for around here this morning. So I've had a couple of coffees, bit of breakfast, all packed up, barring dropping tent, and we're going to get off. Back up over at tops, back past Weight Triggers, and we're going to drop off. We're not going back down that ridge, we're going off a different way. So I'll get these tents dropped, I'll fetch you back in a short while. Right, that's it, we're all packed up, bags on back. I was just there, you know the school leave no trace. Scott was just over there, same again. And it's a lovely morning, but like I say, not much light, it's quite dull, quite flat. I'm just looking over to Tryfan and Glidders here. Scott's just been saying, I didn't realise, but just looking straight over there, if you can see it on GoPro with that clouds hanging over at Glidders there, Castle Le Gwyn's just there, and we've camped just to the right hand side of that a couple of times. That's the snow camp that we did last year, or last winter, and we went up gribbing into snow and that. Yeah, it's a nice view from here. I think I'll definitely come here again, maybe in summer when it's a little bit dry, because it is that one thing with this spot, it's a little bit boggy. I think we got the better of the two spots, but it was a little bit dry, but it is a little bit boggy. It'll be drier in summer. So yeah, that is it. We're going to crack on back up to the tree like I was saying, and then we're going to drop off other side at ridge over at far side, so we'll get going. Right, look at this cloud over here now, it's forming. That's looking over to Daear Ddu, I think that is. It's met Tryfan out in the middle. Glidders, all with this cloud capped on it. A little bit on Snowdon. It's looking beautiful that this morning, even though it's overcast and a bit dull. I like to see clouds on, wisping round summits like that. Say it many a time, I love to see that. Gives you that proper atmospheric mountain feel when you see them like that. Beautiful. Right, well, we'll go and officially tap out at the trig, seeing as I didn't do it yesterday. Forgot to come up here last night and do a piece to camera, so here we are. Moel Siabod. Moel Siabod trig. 872 metres is it? I forgot what it is now. Look at the views from here. Just get on some background. Yeah, look at the 360 views from here. Clarity's not amazing on horizon, but there's this really hazy cloud, and then it, like I say, it's quite dull above us. What a spot this is. It's like Scott was saying, this is one of the quieter ones, and everybody's doing Snowdon and Cribgorton and Tryfan and Glidders and everything, but nobody really comes over here. Like I was saying yesterday when we were on his way up, other than seeing them mountain rescue and that were doing a bit of road work, we've seen nobody. And it's an absolutely fantastic place this. So yeah, as I was saying, we're not going back down the ridge which is down here. We're going off, if you can make it out along here, we're walking along there and off that other side back down into the valley. Just as we're making his way down here, there's an absolute you get a cracking view and a really good perspective at ridge that we came up yesterday. So you can see right down at the bottom, right down here, this is the ridge that we came up yesterday, topping out just above us, just up there. That's where it triggers just back up there. But yeah, good fun scramble that. You can make it a little bit harder if you want, but it's, if you stay away from this sort of exposed side, there's a good path all the way up it. There's a, like I was saying, there's 2 or 3 grade 1 scrambles, but they're easy enough. It's one of them, it's just enough to keep you on your toes, especially when that rock's wet and slippy. But yeah, enjoy that yesterday. Well, as we're making our way down over this rocky scrambly stuff, I've just come to edge here. Just you can see straight down on the that's the route we took up yesterday. That's the little man-made pond or whatever it is you want to call it, but that's the mining area just down there that you can see just there. Get a nice perspective of that from up here. You can see what they were doing, and nice to see that sort of stuff from above. We'll carry on now down. There's a little bit more to do, and then we're on to sort of grassy stuff where we're getting poles out and making his way off that hillside down here now. It's a bit of a fair old slog coming down here, warmed up. Took my hat off and put my bandana thing back on, but I wish I hadn't to bother with wind chill now. It's quite mild this morning. It's about 5 or 6 degrees, really mild. Right then, well, we're back down on the track that we walked up. That's the gate we've come through there. And if you look back up there, that's where we've come from, right up there, down this ridge. Bit of a grassy slope there as we've come down, but you can't see where we've been because it's right up the other side of there now. But yeah, we're literally on that track that we walked up now down. About half an hour from car park now, so I'm going to wrap it up here. So that's been another belting camp, another new area for me. Because that's what it's all about, innit? Getting to these new areas, exploring new places, and I've absolutely loved that one. So yeah, thanks for watching as always. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on next one. I'll leave you with that view.